Yeah, Rehan. Can you please brief about yourself, Rehan?
Yes, my name is Rehan Qureshi. I am from Pune. I have completed my master's in computer application, and I've been working with Discover Alpha company from past 3 years as a software product analyst.
Okay. Can you please also give me your educational background and other details?
Yes, so I've completed my graduation in computer science from Abeda Inamdar College and my master's degree from Ferguson College in Pune. And same my schooling and everything is done in Pune itself.
Well, may I know which project that you are currently working and what's your roles and responsibilities over there?
Currently, I am working in a AWS project. So we have pushed one Java project to AWS platform, and so I have completely means front end and back end. I have pushed that project to AWS.
Okay, can you please give me, some detailed explanation about your roles and responsibilities that you have
Uh,
performed?
so like in this project in ADF, so we had to push this project on cloud. So my role was to completely handle this project from beginning to end, like from front end to back end and database. So I pushed this project on Elastic Beanstalk, a service on AWS. Then I wrote a Lambda function for the backend and the same for a database.
So what type of project it is? Like, is it OLAP related or is it OLTP related? And what is
It
the
is
source?
uh, mm, it is a forecast related. It is for forecasting. mm, It is a product of a company which has client, and they give to forecast their data, like their savings, their spendings, so they can forecast their data through this project, predict the saving, uh, uh, predict their means they can predict their means what will be the savings and how can they save the companies.
So generally, from where you will get the data and how you will receive? What are the tools that you will use to get the data?
Frankly speaking, this I just have joined the company like 6 months. The interview which I'm preparing for is for a client interview.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ADF project, I just pushed this project on cloud. So it was just my that responsibility to just put the project on cloud.
Okay.
Yeah,
So other than before cloud, right? So
before cloud, I was just learning AWS. So this is my first company actually.
okay.
Yeah.
So what else that you are using other than this AWS in your project?
AWS, Java, Angular,
Mm-hmm.
mm, yes, and Oracle as a database.
How come those will come under big data domain?
Yes, yes, that is different. So I'm now I am now I've asked to get prepared for big data. So I'm learning. I already had knowledge of Python.
Mm-hmm.
So from last week I started learning about Spark and Hive.
Acha. So
Yeah.
how good you are at Spark or Hive?
Just basic knowledge. I've whatever I could get from internet, and I saw your interviews on YouTube
Okay.
that I was following, and yes, that much only I learned. I haven't done any project on Spark and Hive, so I
Okay.
have this interview on Monday.
Okay.
So
So you have theoretical knowledge on Spark and Hive,
yes,
but not
yes,
on the
yes,
practical knowledge, right?
right, right, right.
Okay. So, but you want to migrate to big data.
Yes, migrate to big data. Yes, this is my ultimate goal, like to have a career in big data field, big data science related field.
Acha. That is fine. But
Yeah.
coming to Python, right? You have how many years of experience into Python?
Uh, Not experience, but I had learned Python in my college, and I'm using here in my current company also. So we had this one project which was not 100% completed, but the requirement was like that we need to migrate SQL Server store procedures to Snowflake store procedure. So we were trying to write a engine which can convert the store procedure to Snowflake. But we weren't 100% successful in that because the Snowflake store procedure are written in JavaScript. But we tried to write some outer structure of the for for JavaScript store procedure. But logically we had to write. Logical things were not covered in that engine, just only the outside part, the structure part.
So, do you have a knowledge in Snowflake as well?
So I didn't get you. Sorry.
Snowflake. Do you have knowledge on Snowflake?
Not that deep. I just learned while I was migrating. We were asked to migrate the data, so that time I started learning about Snowflake and the store procedures.
So, what do you mean by store procedures?
Store procedures are like a function which when we just pass something, if we want to use it repeatedly, so we can just write a piece of code and use it again and again as a function.
That is a function, right? So, what is the difference between this store procedure and a function?
Store procedure and function, the difference would be, I'm very sorry, I'm not aware of that.
It's okay. In Python, that what is Lambda in Python?
Lambda is an anonymous function in Python.
How does it differs from actual function?
Basically, it's a one-liner function, and it does not have a name, and pretty much it is same as a regular function.
So, have you ever implemented this Lambda in place of actual normal function?
Yes, I have.
And can you please give me one scenario where you have implemented?
Scenario was I used in one. It was I was doing some data analyst work. It was a small project which I was doing for myself.
Acha.
So in that I used this function. So I was reading the data from CSV file, and I'm not able to give you exact where I used it, but I am aware of it, how I used it.
That's fine. And do you know the concept of decorators in Python?
Decorators, yes. Decorators, yeah. So decorators is add extra functionality to a function. Is a decorator. I can give you an example. Suppose we have a function that does a small piece of work, like it does a division, A divided by B.
Okay.
And if we want to add extra functionality to that function without touching that function, like we cannot write some code inside it, but we have to give extra functionality. Say for example, the value of A should be greater than value of B. So we'll write this function outside, and I'll write this function outside in another and I'll write another function inside this function with this condition, and I will pass this function, the original function, to this function.
Okay. So you did this in real time?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I would like to know the difference between this list and tuple.
List and tuple. List is immutable. No, sorry. List is mutable and tuple is mutable. List has this square brackets and tuple has the round brackets.
Okay. So, like that, how many we have in Python?
Data structures.
Yeah, how many we have data sections?
List, tuple, dictionary, and set.
Mm-hmm. So then, what is the difference between dictionary and set?
Dictionary is a key value pad, and set is it will have only it won't have duplicate elements.
You mean in sets?
Sorry.
In sets, we do not have any duplicate.
No. Yes. In set.
So in tuple, right? In tuple, in which scenario we will use in tuple?
Tuple we will use where we don't want the data to be manipulated.
Okay. Okay. Can sets can we change the data of sets?
Yes, we can. Sets are mutable.
So among list, sets, tuple, and dictionary, which one is immutable?
Only tuple is immutable.
Rest all are mutable.
Mutable, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I got that wrong. So just tuple is immutable and rest all are tuple is immutable and rest all are mutable.
That's only you said, right?
I got confused. I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
reconfirm it.
Okay. So I think you know the concept of local variable and global variable, right?
Yes.
What are those?
Local variable are if any variable is declared within a function which is not accessed outside the function. Will be
Okay.
a local, and which is declared outside the function and is available across the class
Mm-hmm.
will be global.
Okay. So you know Python and Java, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with both languages.
Can you please list few of major differences between those two?
Python and Java.
Correct.
Uh, Python is a scripted language,
Mm-hmm.
and Java is the mm, major difference would be Python is scripted. Python is easy to write, and it is Java is strongly typed language,
Mm-hmm.
and Python has this functionality to write a machine learning AI easily compared to Java.
Mm-hmm.
And major difference would be yeah, this much I remember now.
There are many. I think you can, if you go through the actual documentation, you come to know.
Yeah, sure, I will note down this.
Do you have any experience in web scraping?
Uh, web scrap, just like couple of weeks back, I tried to do web scraping, and I tried to do this.
Have you succeeded in that?
Uh, the requirement was changed. I did that how it was required, but then the requirement changed. I used this beautiful soup library
Mm-hmm.
to scrap the data.
Okay. Can you please list some of inbuilt functions of Python?
In the build function like in, not in, new, and string, str, push, pop, and push, pop, new, If not in range
Okay.
and
Okay. That is fine. And what is an array?
an array is a data structure which holds the homogeneous elements
What does it mean?
of same data type, elements of same data type.
What is the list?
List contains heterogeneous. It can contain string, float, double int of all major data types.
Can we alter an array?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So what do you know about big data and how it will differ from other technology?
big data means it's to means to cover, compress or to get results of used data quickly in batch.
Mm-hmm.
Means compose the data quickly, use data which is available now, so we can get results quickly.
Mm-hmm. So do you think we'll get result faster than any RDBMS system?
Yes, it will give fast result than this uh, regular RDBMS database.
Do you know Hive? When you write a query, then it will
Yes,
execute backend in a map reduce, then it will give an output.
yes, I
So
remember the data architecture of Hive.
and the same thing when you run the same query on Oracle or MySQL, you will get a result faster than the Hive, right?
Uh, you mean to say that Hive is slower than
You have to
MySQL?
tell me which one. See, if Hive is slower than RDBMS system, then why should we go for big data?
Because it provides more functionality than a regular database.
Almost all functions are available in MySQL as well as in Hive, right? So what else is the difference between those two?
What else? Difference would be it process in batch. It takes major inputs or it gives results quickly. Time processing, efficiency.
Mhm.
Efficiency would be there compared to this database and Hive.
Okay. So I think if you are trying for big data, so you should have a good knowledge and experience or some theoretical, at least theoretical knowledge into this big data domain tools, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. No worry. Actually, I have to cover more questions on big data, but you didn't have sufficient knowledge, right? So I think it won't make sense if I continually ask questions on big data tools. So
Okay.
rather let me know what is that you required from my end, so that we'll try to help you.
Like I said, I have this interview on Monday.
Okay.
So I just want your feedback, like what should I focus now more on,
Just
and
let
which to,
let me know, what type of interview that you are going to attend. Is it big data? If it is so, what is the job
yes,
description?
yes, big data, Spark, Hive, and Python.
Okay. So if that is the case, then you mentioned as a fresher or experience in a resume
In
for
resume, I
that
have
company.
mentioned as a 3 years experience.
Hmm. So definitely they will ask more questions on this too, right? If it is a big data interview, definitely they will touch all Hive, Hadoop, and Spark.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, you may get so many questions on it. Mm. And what I observed that when I asked you question, I explain about the project, right? You
Yes.
didn't explain in detail. You just telling only few points that the project is going to migrate and we are using AWS. Okay, something like that. Two three words only you are referring. But whereas so to migrate any project, right? First of all, it should be in legacy system or it should be in any big data domain, right? First of all, you have to have clear knowledge to migrate that code. Okay,
Yes.
so to start working on it, definitely you should have a complete existing system architecture and its flow and its tools. So then only you can able to migrate that code into different language or different system altogether, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to tell complete project end to end, and even it is a old one also, right? You have to explain that clearly, and your then what is our expected project, like this is what currently is the system. Now we are moving all this requirement to Snowflake and cloud, where we are using all this type of tools like mm, scheduler, like Python and Java for store procedures and Snowflake and AWS S3 or Lambda functions. So we are trying to remediate the code and trying to change the entire system. You have to explain this way. Okay.
Okay, explain from like very beginning, like how the
Yeah, right.
requirement came
So
in,
see
each
what was the
services which are used
correct.
in there.
What was the
Okay.
existing system and what is you are going to remediate or what is you are going to do. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to explain at least to 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes max regarding this project whenever they are going to ask. Okay.
Okay,
Don't
sir.
tell 2 3 points and close it in a minute. Okay. People
Yes, sir.
may expect more from you, especially what you are doing is a very important. That point you have to explain based on your technical knowledge. Okay.
Okay.
So, and that is one. And second one is whatever the tools that you are currently working, you should have knowledge on version of the tools. Okay. What are the versions of the tools that you are using?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, and you have to have clear idea about your project phase, each phase, and which team is responsible to execute that phase. Okay. And
Okay.
you are in which phase and what is the in which part of the team. Okay. What is your
Okay.
team member size and in that what is your roles and responsibility. Okay. This much clarity
Okay.
you should have.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And
Yeah.
coming to technical, yes, they may ask you so many questions from Hive and what are the tables types that you are using in Hive, like internal table or external table,
Yes.
and what is the difference between these two, and why you are using only internal table if you are using internal table, if you are using external table, why you are using external table.
And so what will
Okay.
be the answer for this? Like why we are using external table only?
You just Google it. What is the difference between internal and external?
Yeah, I
You will come to
Googled did
know.
this, yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
like
just explain them. You just explain them
okay,
because
the external table will give only the we can only access about the data but not the schema, and the managed table will have both access to schema and the data.
you have to explain that because if I start giving an answers, right, this call maybe goes lengthy. So that is the reason
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
touching and highlighted points what you may expect from an interviewer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that is one question. And file formats, like what type of file format that you are using, why?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you are using ORC, why? If you are using Parquet, why? If you are using text file, why?
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
And what may be the volume of the data? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
what is the scheduler that you are using is the another question. And what is the frequency of the jobs generally it will run? Okay. And
Okay.
if you get any issues, and what are the type of issues that you are facing? and what are the challenges that you are facing and how you overcome. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And these and all coming to big data and the Spark, many questions. Okay.
Hmm.
So if you are using Hive and why you are using Spark, then if you are using both, why you are using both? Okay. And what is the advantage when we are using Spark over Hive or MapReduce? Okay.
Yes.
So what will happen when you submit a job in a Spark cluster? Okay.
Okay.
What is a cluster manager like yarn?
Yes, yeah, and
So
misuse.
yeah, so you can expect these are very important questions and commonly asking questions. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so you have to focus on this, and if you know the answer, you straight away, yes sir, I know, and you can explain something like that. If you don't know,
Hmm.
don't tell all the stories and don't tell the wrong answers. Straight away,
Okay.
sorry, I'm not sure about it. Like that you can
Okay.
excuse him. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And yeah, uh, you, I think you might already watching my videos
Yes, 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 I'm
and
watching.
also go through Google. There are a lot many questions are available, and yeah, you may expect some Spark questions. What is the difference between RDD, data frame, and data set, and
Yes, sir.
how you create a data frame, and this kind of broadcast variable, and many are there. Okay, not these are only sample. I'm just asking you.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and yeah, uh, that's how we can go ahead and answer.
Okay.
Hmm.
And sir, what about Python is what
Python,
should I?
yeah, Python. I think you have a better idea because Python I covered a lot, almost 10 questions or more than that.
Okay.
It is fine. Python is fine. I think when you go for big data interview, right? Of course, they will touch one language, but
Hmm.
they will mainly focus on the subject like Spark and Hive and internal topics along with the language. Okay,
Okay. Okay,
but
sir.
only having Python knowledge is not sufficient for big data clearing interview.
Correct. Correct, sir.
So you can expect only 10 to 20% weightage for the language. But rest all, I can say 10 to 20% again project explanation and almost 50% for your technical skill and 10 to 20% again for your problem solving skill.
Okay. And sir, is there any possibility like they will they ask me to write some Spark or Hive queries or code?
High queries, very rare they will ask you to write a code, but of course they may ask you for Hive, what is the partitions and what is the bucketing concept, and
Yes.
how you write a query to load data into a partition table. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
how what is a Spark session, and how to create a Spark session and how to create a data frame. Okay, so
Okay.
they may ask you this kind of code scenarios, and also they may give you one scenario, and you have to give a some high level code explanation for that. Okay, so
Okay.
logic, they will try to get a answer from you is a logic. Okay, how will you implement that logic? Okay,
Okay.
a raw code anybody can search for Google can get it. Okay, if they give some time. But
Yes,
thing
sir.
is, on the spot, you have to at least give your ideas to achieve that scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so that is very important, and they will
Okay,
test
sir.
your analytical power over there.
Okay.
And you can say that if I don't know something, definitely I will Google it. I will try to read from Stack Overflow or some other websites, and I try to gain that knowledge on particular subject. Something like that you can answer like this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but be
Yes, sir.
genuine and but focus on more questions and answers first of all before attending an interview.
Okay, sir. I will do that.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah. No, I think this will be enough. I'll just focus more on Hive and Spark and try to do one small project.
Yeah, and I think today, just few minutes or hours ago, I released one video.
Okay, I haven't checked that. I was working on this Python. I was writing some code in Python from morning.
All right. Thing is, for you, like you people, right? There are many
Yeah.
are struggling with the same scenario. So every Sunday at 4 p.m. We have a call. Okay, meeting.
Okay.
So there, like you people are joining. Okay,
Yes.
and I will also join for 1 hour.
Okay.
And we all are discussing on particular topics on each Sunday. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and there we are trying to do some mini project. Those who are not having real time experience, definitely that will help a lot.
Oh, I missed it today. I will try
No
to join
problem.
from next week.
No, tomorrow Sunday is the tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's tomorrow. Yeah. Then I will definitely join on
So
tomorrow.
you just watch my video is having 8 minutes. Today just 7:30, 7 o'clock I released it.
Okay.
You will get more info, and
Okay, sir.
you can just go through it. You will get a good idea about it.
Okay, sir. Sure. I will do that.
And all the best for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem. Take care, Rahim.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.